Lesson 13, multiple symbols of inclusion, more on order of operations and products of signed numbers. Start with talking a little bit about some review from earlier lessons. If you remember, the correct order of operations is please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, parentheses and exponents. So today we're talking about parentheses or other symbols of inclusion. And these symbols of inclusion start, first of all, with parentheses. And then moving out from that, we have brackets. And moving out from that, we have braces. So whenever we see these symbols of inclusion, these things that include things in our problems, we must always solve, first of all, the inside, the parentheses, then we solve inside the brackets, and then we solve inside the braces and move out that way. So looking at this problem, 3, bracket 2, brace, parenthesis, -4, -3, parenthesis, parenthesis, -8, -2, parenthesis, -4, bracket, brace. What should we do first? Let's first of all look and see that here in the side we've got two sets of parentheses. Let's solve those first. So copying everything just straight down, 3 bracket, 2 brace. I'm going to still put my parenthesis around it. And then -4 minus 3 is -7, parenthesis, parenthesis. -8 minus 2 is -10, parenthesis, -4, bracket, brace. Now we have to solve these parentheses to totally get rid of them. And this -7 times -10, 3, bracket 2, brace 2, bracket, 70 minus 4, bracket, brace. These braces are a little difficult to draw. For me, they don't flow quite right. Now let's solve the bracket part and get rid of the brackets. We copy 3, brace, 2, bracket, 70 minus 4 is 66, bracket, brace. And now we go 2 times 66, 3, all we've got left is the brace. And 2 times 66 is 132, correct? Yes, 132. And then 132 times 3 is going to be 396. Solving it finally down to 396. Let's work this one over here. And now here we must do the numerator first and then the denominator. So doing the numerator, we notice that here inside we have parentheses. So let's work those parentheses. 3, -3, brace, bracket. -4 minus 1 is going to be -5. That guy's still in parentheses with the 3, and then bracket, -5, brace. So -3, brace, bracket, -5 times 3 is -15. -15, bracket, -5, brace. -3, brace. -15 minus 5 is going to be -20, brace. -3 times -20 is positive 60. So we solve the symbols of inclusion starting with the parentheses and then moving out to the brackets and then finally the braces and then anything outside the braces. I'm going to another part of the lesson. Here we talk about negative numbers. If we have -4, -3, -2, -1, -18, -46, and we're supposed to multiply all of these, are we going to have a positive answer or a negative? How can we know? Well, what we can do is we can count up how many negatives we have. Remember that 2 negatives always equal a positive. So that means that if 2 negatives equal a positive, then therefore 4 negatives equal a positive. 1 negative equals a negative. 3 negatives equal a negative. So if we have an odd number of negatives, we're going to have a negative solution. Let's see if this solution will be positive or negative. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 negatives. Therefore, it's an even number. We're going to have a positive solution. And this one, is our solution positive or negative? And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we know that the solution is positive 2 because of all the negatives. What you can think of is this number is just 2. Then this makes it the opposite of 2. Then this makes it the opposite of the opposite, which would be 2 again. This makes it the opposite of that 2. And this makes it the opposite of the opposite, would be back again to 2 to positive 2. Here on this one, we've got 4 again, and we can easily tell that that solution is going to be positive. Now, if you would have negative 3, positive 4, negative 1, positive 8, positive 3, negative 2. Suppose we've got all these, and we're dealing with them. And we've got positives thrown in here. They don't change anything. Let's still add the negatives. 1, 2, and 3 negatives. We know that our solution is going to be negative. All right, that should cover it for that lesson.